they've always approached me every season and said, hey, is it time? Is it time? And it wasn't time until now.
The American Idol reboot is on the way, and the new judges hit the town in New York to tell us what to expect.
Country star Chris Young dedicates his first performance since the Las Vegas massacre to those killed and injured.
And Celine Dion donates proceeds from her show in Vegas to shooting victims.
Jennifer Garner shows the world how she transforms from mom to action hero in her Instagram workout. There's me, we're gonna be 80 years old and be like, remember when we did that Dance Mom show?
YouTube sensation Jojo Siwa tells us about her lasting relationships with the girls of Dance Moms.
And today we have the amazing, mind-blowing jelly bean art of Kristen Cummings live in studio.
I might eat it. Plus, Hollywood's rising stars came out for People's Ones to Watch party. We are taking you there today on People Now. Good morning, Facebook Live and People.com. Welcome to People Now. You are watching, here it is, artist Kristen Cummings in action. That's a tape. She's not that fast. She's been hard at work. My gosh, she's amazing. She's been hard at work in our studio this morning using jelly beans. Yes, jelly beans to make a beautiful piece of art that I may eat. She's actually making a jelly bean Superman at Comic-Con this year. She's that good. We're gonna let her keep working, but we'll be checking in with her a little bit later to show you the finished product and chat all about it and reveal the completed thing. It's gonna be really great, so stick around for that. But first, in honor of PeopleTV sharing our top 5 Ryan Gosling moments later in the show, we wanna know what's your favorite Ryan Gosling moment. It's our Facebook question of the day. Entertain us with your answers in the comments below. But first, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. Watch this.
We dedicate tonight's show to all the victims and their families, and to the first responders, and to the doctors and nurses who are working around the clock to save lives, and to so many heroes who did whatever they could to help complete strangers in a time of desperate needs.
Celine Dion is honoring the victims of Sunday night's tragic Las Vegas shooting. The iconic singer returned to her Vegas stage Tuesday night, starting her show with an emotional speech and letting the crowd know that the proceeds from the night's show would go to the victims of the shooting at the Route 91 Harvest Festival and their families. Dion revealed to the crowd that she questioned whether or not to move forward with her performance, but said that ultimately she decided to move forward to, quote, show love and support for those who are affected. Her speech drew a 30-second applause and standing ovation from the crowd. In the aftermath of Sunday's shooting, which killed at least 58 and injured more than 500 people, fellow Vegas-based performer Jennifer Lopez canceled her shows through October 7th. It's according to a statement obtained by Variety. And Jason Aldean, who was on stage when the shooting began, also canceled his shows through October 12th. Country music star Chris Young performed for the first time after returning from Las Vegas. He opened his show with a cover of Vince Gill's Go Rest High on That Mountain and dedicated his performance to those killed and injured during the shooting. And for the first time since the Las Vegas shooting, Young shared his thoughts about being at the festival and how he's been dealing with the tragedy, hoping that music is part of the healing process. Listen.
That should never happen at a concert. I hugged my family and talked about what I was going to do this week as far as this show that I'm going to play tonight, but I'm a musician and music can heal. So I'm hoping that this is a night of trying to do that for a lot of people that are here. Thank you to all the first responders, firefighters, police officers, and everybody that was just helping people that they didn't even know. And I love you guys very much.
Now, while Young did not perform at the Route 91 Harvest Festival, he was standing off stage during Jason Aldean's set when gunman Stephen Paddock opened fire into the crowd from his 32nd floor hotel room at the Mandalay Bay Casino. 58 people were killed, over 500 injured. Jason Aldean, who was performing when the shooting began, announced on Tuesday that he would be canceling his series of concerts scheduled for this weekend, quote, out of respect for the victims, their families, and our fans. The American Idol Reboot has officially selected its brand new judges, and with pop sensation Katy Perry, country superstar Luke Bryan, and the legendary Lionel Richie joining the Idol fam, it's safe to say we are in for a season like never before. The judges got together last night and revealed some of what we can expect. First up, what could convince someone as busy as Katy Perry to do this show? Take a look.
They've always approached me every season and said, hey, is it time? Is it time? And it wasn't time until now, which, you know, there's a lot going on. I'm on tour. Right. I'm still promoting a record. But I think now more than ever, I've learned how to do that delicate balance. And I want to give back, and I want to give that mentorship and all that information and education that I've learned. But really, I just love seeing people's face light up when we give them that opportunity, and to make people's dreams come true, because that's what this show does. It actually changes people's lives, and you can name their names because they're still out there playing shows. They're still like rocking places, and I think we can do the same.
And in case you were wondering how to dazzle the judges as a performer, the trio also shared just what they'll be looking for in this season's Idol contenders. Watch.
I think we can inspire people and show people how it's done too in our own way. I mean, everybody wants to know who's going to be the Simon. Well, Simon was pretty dadgum. He was Simon, and we're not.
But he was good.
It was amazing.
It was necessary, because the truth of the matter is that the music industry has changed, and it's crowded. It's overcrowded. Right. There's so much new music. We don't need any more stars, to be honest. But there is, if there's someone out there that just comes out shining and blazing and with like a different approach and a different perception and makes the whole world sing, because we all need to be singing together right now to make the whole world sing, then we're going to lift them up and give them that platform.
As for Lionel Richie, who Luke Bryan called his, quote, hero on Twitter when he broke the news that Richie would be joining the judging panel, he views this as a chance to bring his decades of experience to the table. Watch.
Personally, for me, I am at that stage of my life where I have a choice. I can do the documentary, I can do my book, I can go to the barber shop and tell stories for the rest of my life, and kids will sit around and go, oh my God, that old man down the end down there's got some great stories about 1968. Or do you teach? This is a teaching moment.
That trio, of course, joins Idol alum Ryan Seacrest, who confirmed that he will resume his hosting duties on the show. American Idol is scheduled to begin airing in March 2018 on ABC. We cannot wait. Good morning, Andrea.
I know, I'm really excited for it.
I watched that whole last season, and I think I got back on board the last couple seasons.
Yeah, I was surprised when it was announced it was coming back, but now I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Let's check in with Facebook Live. We're talking your favorite Ryan Gosling moments.
Lauren says Ryan's crazy, stupid love, dirty dancing lift.
Okay. Kim says Ryan Gosling moment, any interview with Emma Stone. They are hilarious, and it shows their true character. Yes, these two have great chemistry.
That's true. Definitely true. Keep the Facebook comments coming in. We'll check in with you again soon. But first, Andrea, more for us in Star Trek.
Yes, Jeremy, you know we love our Dancing with the Stars. We are kicking off Star Trek with a Dancing with the Stars update. Seems like Dancing with the Stars pro Max Smirkovsky and partner Vanessa Lachey are back on track after the two missed this week's episode due to what sources were calling a personality clash. But Dancing pro Lindsay Arnold revealed Wednesday night on People's Ones to Watch red carpet that she saw the duo back in the studio and that they're excited to be together again. On Monday, Aaron Andrews told viewers that Max's absence was due to a personal issue, but the sources said he and Lachey had been bickering since the beginning of the competition and chose to sit out from rehearsal and the live show. Smirkovsky apologized to Lachey for his absence in a Twitter post, saying that he's looking forward to dancing for their fans next week. Well, NBA star Dwayne Wade is praising his wife, actress Gabrielle Union, after she opened up about her heartbreaking struggle with infertility. Union revealed in her new memoir, We're Going to Need More Wine, that she's endured, quote, 8 or 9 miscarriages. The Cleveland Cavalier wrote a tweet last night in support of Union, saying, quote, my wife is one strong individual, with 3 exclamation points. You know he definitely means business here. In the memoir, which is excerpted exclusively in the new issue of People, Union describes her infertility journey, saying this, for 3 years, my body has been a prisoner of trying to get pregnant. I've either been about to go into an IVF cycle, in the middle of an IVF cycle, or coming out of an IVF cycle. But even after enduring 3 years of failed IVF cycles and being constantly bloated from the hormones, Union writes that she and Wade, quote, remain bursting with love and ready to do anything to meet the child we both dreamed of. Looks like they each have a very supportive partner to help them along the way. We are definitely rooting for you guys. Well, Jennifer Garner is back in training to become the action star she was born to play. The 45-year-old actress shared an Instagram video on Wednesday of her, quote, recipe for turning a mom back into an action lady. This recipe includes 1 hour of Body by Simone, 1.5 hours of stunt team, 50 cups of coffee, and 3 minutes of cryotherapy. Sounds very intense. It was reported in August that Garner will be starring in the upcoming film Peppermint. It's a revenge thriller about a mother who pursues vengeance after her husband and daughter are shot in a drive-by. The actress is the perfect fit for this character, considering her previous action-packed roles in Daredevil, Elektra, and star of the hit TV series Alias, which, by the way, I love that show, favorite show of all time. We can't wait to see her back in action. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
Stay with us, guys. We're talking to all the hot new stars from last night's Ones to Watch red carpet. Plus, YouTube sensation Jojo Siwa is opening up about Abby Lee Miller and her time on Dance Moms. Stick around.
This is King Cutie in People. His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, The Adventures of the Royal Dog Lupo, one George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
Guys, Wednesday night, People hosted its annual Ones to Watch party honoring Hollywood's hottest rising stars. The red carpet, presented by Maybelline New York at Newhouse in Los Angeles, was filled with actors, singers, dancers, you name it. And among those honored were Paris Jackson, Marcus Scribner, and Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan's son, Jack Quaid. We were on the red carpet asking the Ones to Watch the moment they knew they had made it, and here's what they had to say.
I think now being the only female in the country top 10 on radio, that's with my current single, I think that's probably it. I knew I was getting close, but once it happened and now it's sitting at number 7, I just am really proud to represent the women. I think we need more women in the country genre.
No, every single day feels like an accomplishment. Being here feels like an accomplishment. You know, putting a song of mine out for the first time, that feels like an accomplishment. So it just depends on the day.
I feel like the only time that I ever feel like I've made it in terms of any project or endeavor I do is when it's seen by my mother's eyeballs. And she says, oh, this is Brina's show. And then it's real. Then it's come to fruition and I'm a complete human being.
Honestly, like, I have a song on the radio, and that's something, that sentence will never get old. And it's my first, this year has been amazing, a lot of firsts, but that is a big pinnacle moment in my life that I can be like my mom calls me every single time she hears it, and that's awesome, you know?
Not yet. I feel like when you feel that, it all goes downhill from there. Never feel like you've made it.
That's kind of true.
Yeah.
It's nice to have, like, things like this, though. It's like, okay, we may not have made it. We may not be on Meryl Streep level made it, but this is pretty there. Awesome, you know? Like, you can't be mad at this.
Yeah.
You know, I've said it before. I feel like when I actually got across the California state line, that was sort of my moment of I'm doing the right thing, because I'm from St. Louis. I went to school in Indiana for music and theater, and just making a decision to go after your dream, that's the main decision. So once I decided that, everything else was just hard work.
This is pretty cool. I don't know what this means, but it's just really fun doing this. So let's just keep it up, making it or not. This is great.
Oh man, I don't think I'll ever feel that way. I definitely feel like this is all a dream. I feel like this is all, I'm gonna wake up and I'm just gonna be just, you know, the way I was like 3 years ago. It feels insane.
Ryan Gosling has solidified himself as one of the most recognizable A-list actors in Hollywood today. He's played roles ranging from smooth playboy to drug-addicted teacher. Well, PeopleTV takes a look back and ranks the top 5 movie moments from this Oscar nominee's career. Take a look.
It wasn't over. It still isn't over.
Ryan Gosling is one of the biggest movie stars in the world right now.
Among a certain generation of actors, Ryan Gosling is the go-to guy.
Oh, no, you didn't.
He is that mix of handsome, charming, and witty.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't think you're saying what you mean.
I think what really makes Ryan Gosling is his charisma.
He's one of those movie stars where you think, okay, put him in a white t-shirt and a pair of Levi's and you're good.
Seriously? It's like you're photo so shocked.
I think sometimes we forget just how many movies he's been in.
I can handle it, you know what I mean?
So it really was hard to pick just 5 of his top movie moments.
Well, I can watch video of him all day. You can catch the full video on PeopleTV and streaming on the PeopleTV app. Gosling's newest blockbuster, Blade Runner 2049, opens in theaters this Friday.
Well, we all know and love actress Lori Loughlin, and now the world's getting introduced to her 18-year-old daughter, Olivia Jade. She's a beauty vlogger and on People's Ones to Watch list this year. And the social media starlet opened up about some mega makeup secrets on Wednesday night's red carpet, and here's what she told us.
Glowy. I love highlight. I'm very bronzed. That's probably my signature look, yeah. It's like all I do on my YouTube channel, so that's good. People might get sick of it.
Very good for me. What would you say is the best beauty secret you've learned from your mom?
Less is more. She always tells me like, oh, you don't need foundation, you're so young, like let your skin breathe, and of course sunscreen. She's so big on sunscreen, so.
Woman after my own heart. Do you have a feature you love to play up the most?
I really like playing up my cheekbones and my eyes. I have brown eyes, so sometimes it can be a little bit challenging, but yeah, just like big lashes, a good contour, a nice highlight. It's kind of my go-to. I think ever since I was young, my mom had her makeup professionally done for events, so I would like always watch makeup artists kind of sculpt her face a little bit, and then I started getting older. I found YouTube, I started looking at makeup tutorials, and then the rest is history.
In 2005, Molly McDonald fought for her life while battling breast cancer. Now, with her nonprofit, the Pink Fund, which provides 90 days of non-medical financial aid to breast cancer patients, she's making sure these patients get the help they need to fight back against this disease and win. Well, Molly joins us now today. Thank you so much for being here, Molly. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thanks for joining us. Now, you started the Pink Fund after you were diagnosed with early-stage breast cancer in 2005. You underwent 2 surgeries and 6 weeks of daily radiation treatments as you battled the disease. It's a very intense thing to go through. So first off, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. The reality is for all of us as survivors, there's a 30% chance of recurrence. So we kind of live with that in the back of our minds. But I exercise regularly. I swim, I practice yoga, lift weights, take vitamins, and maintain a positive attitude.
Well, that's really great to hear. Now, tell us how you got the idea to start the Pink Fund and what it's all about.
So I'm in treatment without my job, without an income, having gone through a financially devastating divorce prior to remarriage. So I had no savings, like many Americans. And I met other working women in treatment who were on unpaid leaves, and we were all looking to get some help. And there was no help available to help with any non-medical bills. So when I couldn't get help, I thought, well, maybe I can give help. So I became determined. Once I made that decision, I put together a business plan, bought a book called How to Form a Nonprofit Corporation, asked my new husband to write our bylaws, and applied for our 501c3. And we got started. I dressed up, showed up, and spoke up at any Kiwanis, Rotary, Optimist, women's group, men's group, church, synagogue that needed a speaker, and shared my story, and donations started to come in.
I think it's so incredible that you did this all by yourself. I mean, you've made helping these patients your life's mission by providing a financial bridge to help patients in need. What has the response been like from the people that you've helped?
Well, they're overwhelmed that strangers would come alongside them and pay their non-medical bills for 90 days. It gives them a lot of breathing room. When I reflect back to when we got started, the most rewarding note I received was from a woman who said, "I'm crying happy tears for the first time in months." Aww. So they're just, and it affects their families as well. And it affects their husbands, their partners, their children.
Yeah, now the Pink Fund hosts a fundraising event every year called Dancing with the Survivors. And this year's event is tonight, so can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, it is. So I wanted to come up with something that could help women awaken themselves back to their new normal, make them feel sexy, safe on the dance floor, have fun, and share the nuances of breast cancer. Not all breast cancer is the same. So each of our dancers have a different story to tell, which they do in video. And then they perform a number to music that resonates with them with a Fred Astaire Pro. Some dance with their husband. A mother is dancing with her physician daughter tonight who supported her through treatment. And some dance with their fathers. So it varies. But we hear from the dancers that dancing is scarier than cancer for some of them. But after they do the, well, they're in front of everybody. So when we're in treatment for cancer, you know, the whole world is not in the chemo room with us or in a surgery suite. And it's a little vulnerable, but they love it.
Well, I hope you have a lot of fun tonight at that event. How can people who are watching right now help the Pink Fund?
So you can go to our website and hit the tab Get Involved. And there you can either donate directly to us or you can host an event of your own. You could celebrate your birthday, honor a loved one, give an in memoriam gift. And then finally, please email me, Molly with a Y at thepinkfund.org if you have an idea for a corporate connection, a donor, some kind of event you'd like to put on. I'd love to hear from you.
Well, Molly, thank you so much for everything that you're doing and for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Guys, Jojo Siwa is a 14-year-old taking the world by storm with her big, colorful hair bows and even bigger personality. She's a Nickelodeon star, social media sensation, and now she is adding author to her resume with her new book, JoJo's Guide to the Sweet Life. Peace out, haters! It's our Toyota People Pick of the day, but the young star does not forget where she came from. Siwa opened up about her time on the hit show Dance Moms and revealed that she has a lot to thank former coach Abby Lee Miller for. Watch this.
We actually just made a group chat, 2015 Dance Mom Squad. Most people left the group chat. I don't know why. We all still talk individually. I was like, let's make a group chat. And then everyone left. I was like, all right, whatever.
The only one in the group chat.
Yeah.
You didn't make the chat, did you?
Oh, totally did.
Oh, you made the chat.
And then they're all just like,
I've had them
we
before
out.
recently where when someone leaves the conversation, it's so awkward.
Yeah, you get the notification, they're gone.
So awkward. Literally the only people left were me, Kenzie, and Mia. No, but we're all like really close. We will be forever sisters. I mean, we're gonna be 80 years old and be like, remember when we did that Dance Mom show? Like,
Maddie Ziegler has found a lot of success, like you. You know, she did the stuff with Sia. She's even venturing into film. Do you two ever keep in touch? Maybe talk about the business?
You know, we actually literally, like, I texted her happy birthday yesterday, but no, we talk all the time. She's probably the one who I talk to most. I love her so much. Like, she's just such a good friend. Like, and like I said, like, we will all forever be sisters. Like, I feel like, too, when me and Maddie get older, like, we'll be, like, really close together.
Yeah, and you probably have a lot in common now, kind of venturing into projects afterwards.
Well, it's like, it's kind of weird because we all came from Dance Moms, and then we all branched out, and we all did our different things. So she's going more like the acting route, whereas I'm going more like the singing acting route. You know what I'm saying? So we all have our own individual things.
Of course, the show, though, obviously known for being pretty tough on the girls, right?
Yeah,
especially with Abby Lee Miller involved and all of that. What did Abby and that whole experience teach you about yourself the most?
She personally taught me how to sink or swim.
I want no crying children. None.
Well, if you yell at me, I'm gonna cry.
Get out.
Dance Moms, in a way, taught me how to sink or swim, but she really was like, she never really said this, but you know when she's like saying something without saying it. Like, she teaches you how to sink or swim. You figure out the choreography and you go on stage and you nail your dance, or you don't know anything, you go on stage and you mess up. Like, it's basically how it works, and like you just kind of figure out how to swim, and it honestly, like, I have a lot to thank her for, because like it's truthfully, like, she helped me out a whole bunch. Like, she just really taught me how to just like, and another advice she gave me is you got to be able to put your heart out on a platter and be ready for someone to stab it.
Whoa, look out.
That has happened a few times too, so I'm like,
yeah,
and then you get stronger from it. You get stronger.
Right.
I'm very impressed with how you handled that, because I went back and watched all these compilations of your time, and man, some of that stuff is so dramatic. Do you ever go back and watch some of those videos?
100%. I was watching Dance Moms yesterday, and I was like, okay.
Like, now, are you watching the current, because now Cheryl Burke took over?
100%,
so have you been
every
watching,
week.
and what are you thinking of it?
You know, I think that when Cheryl Burke comes on, it's gonna be really good. Of course, I love to watch it because I love to like support my friends, and I think that the show is just so good for all of them. And like, you know, leaving the show is actually one of the hardest decisions that I've ever had to make. And so like, it's fun for me to get to watch and see what they're still up to and see what it's like in real time. Like.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift, and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
Guys, earlier in the show, we introduced you to Kristen Cummings, at least to her work, in a very fast-paced video.
Fast.
There it is again. She's an artist that works with not paint, not pencil. She uses jelly beans to make art that looks good enough to eat, and I can confess now, it actually is good enough to eat because I've eaten some of it.
It smells really good. She's been here all morning making a piece of jelly bean art live. Now we get to check it out.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Here. All right, right out of the gate here, how did you get the idea to start doing this stuff?
Well, this actually wasn't my idea. Jelly Belly Candy Company has been commissioning art made out of Jelly Belly beans since the 1980s.
Wow.
So they've got a huge collection, definitely the biggest collection of art made out of jelly beans in the world, tons of portraits.
I wonder who's number 2. Who knows?
Well, it takes, so we've been doing like a guessing game. It takes so many jelly beans just to make this little flower. I can't imagine how many jelly beans you go through in a year. Do you know?
Yeah, it's about 20,000 per piece. So for the whole year, depending on how many pieces I make, probably between 80 and 120,000 in a year.
Wow, that is incredible.
So we guessed how many jelly beans this took, and I was really close.
Yeah, well, and yeah,
I guess 400.
I guess like 200,
yeah,
and
so you won.
It's like 450,
yeah,
right?
It's 450.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
A lot of jelly beans.
We mentioned earlier in the show that you're going to be doing some stuff at Comic-Con. You're making a jelly bean Superman at Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. Let's talk about this. Being the artist in residence, you've been attending Comic-Con for several years now. What is it about Comic-Con that makes you want to keep going back and doing this?
Comic-Con, I feel like it's a bunch of creative people who love to get together and make stuff together and look at what everybody's made, and everybody enjoys all of the colors and seeing the art, and it's just a real good positive vibe.
Okay, very cool.
Now I know that we can actually finish this piece.
But before we do, we also wanted to show some of this. Look at this pizza. This is unbelievable. I particularly feel like that pizza is melting off the I connected with this one. When you walk in an art studio and you find your piece that touches your heart, this is the one that touched mine. Aww. That's great. How many are on this? Is that also about 450?
Yeah, it's about the same size. So,
okay,
yeah.
Got it.
I like when you put this glaze over it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
But I know, Jeremy, she's going to have us finish this.
Oh, she's.
Yeah, I love the space.
So there's 2
drum roll,
left,
please.
So.
I'm gonna do this glazed.
The
what's
right
this one?
color.
That one is Jewel Berry Cherry.
Jewel Berry Cherry. You guys gonna get the close up here because we're about to complete a work of art.
So nervous. Oops. Wait, you gotta put them.
Did I place mine the wrong?
Oh wait, is it just one or do you put 2?
No, there's definitely room for 2.
Oh my goodness.
You kind of
have
gotta
to
move it.
squish
there she
It's
goes.
kind of like a puzzle.
Wait, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. There. Boom.
There it is. And then we can eat some of these. Yeah, there it is. Look at it. Look at that. My gosh.
This is really awesome. Thank you so much, Kristen, for being here for all of this, and have a great time at Comic-Con.
Come back anytime. We're going to take these and have a great day. Coming up tomorrow, guys, we sit down with actress Elizabeth Hurley. She tells us about the 25th anniversary of the Estee Lauder Company's breast cancer campaign. Plus, get ready for more Real Housewives drama. Melissa Gorga weighs in on her feud with Jacqueline Larita and Margaret Josephs. My gosh, the drama. If they had jelly beans, this drama would all be subsided.
Thank you for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from the middle star, Patricia Heaton.
Oh, is there a popcorn one?
Bye. Have a good one.
Hi, I'm Patricia Heaton, and this is One Last Thing. My last family vacation was last year at Christmas in Montana. Last time I got lost, I don't get lost now, I have sat nav. It's great. Last binge show, Narcos 3 and Ozark.
We have to call the police. I want you to forget it, okay? Or do you want to just role play it? Okay? I'm Detective whoever the and you're the wife of the top money launderer for the second largest drug cartel in Mexico. Go.